let me introduce Shaquem.
This is nice. This is really nice. It's not that I like doing comedy. I just like it when white strangers clap for me. It says more about me than it does you. Like, I'm not really funny. I'm just loud and black like Chris Rock. It's strange, like, as a black comedian, there's like, what do you think about the situation? And it's so hard to talk about the situation because every black person has said something about it. Every black comedian definitely said something about it. My high ass, like, I think of these motherfuckers as their characters from movies. So it was just like watching, it's like watching Oscar from Shark Tale slap Marty from Madagascar. I can never look at those movies the same. But I'm a damn sure rewatch Bad Boys 2 later tonight with my son. It's insane. I cut down on my weed consumption. So it's not, I don't like weed any less. It's just, I think weed's gotten stronger or I became a bigger bitch. I used to be able to do everything high and I can't do that anymore. Like I try to smoke a Dutch before work. I show up to work 12 hours early. And it was like, hey, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, all right, let's try this again. Smoked another Dutch, showed up to work 6 hours early. I'm like, I did not do drugs to be responsible. That is, it's not why the DARE program lied to me. I don't. For those of you who remember 9/11, the DARE program stands for Drugs Are Really Expensive. Came out during a recession. Another one. Like America's like the DJ Khaled of just financial crises. I hope I said that right. I just got into Star Trek recently, and I love space stuff. I love space operas, and I just wish vaginas were other places in the universe. Like Earth pussy is great. Like you heard me, bitch. Earth pussy is great. Earth pussy is great. Don't lie. She's right there. You're not. I'm nearsighted. You're not deaf. Don't play dumb. Like Erykah Badu was in an interview. She said, "I'm trying to do everything in my power to get abducted by aliens. I'm trying to fuck one immediately." Shit, if they probe me, at least it'd be consensual. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't rape feet, so. You think I'm gonna start off with one of my orifices? Nah, baby steps. Like, you can't fuck a guy who doesn't believe in safety words. I don't have a safety word. Like, I don't have a safety word because I have unprotected sex. There's nothing safe about that at all. That's like trying to put on your seatbelt after you had a fender bender. That wouldn't make sense. I was discussing with my constituents over there. I said I grew up in a Christian household, and I also watched a lot of anime growing up, and I also slept a lot in church. Reason being is once you watch so much anime, just reading the Bible just seems like another episode of Days of Our Lives. Who wants to watch a guy turn cheeks for 45 minutes? I don't want to watch softcore porn. I'm 13, man. Like, no, don't get me wrong. The stories in the Bible were fantastic. It was. Oh man, it was like watching VH1 reality TV shows. Yeah, you thought there were some hoes in this house in the Kardashians' crib? Nah, son. Jesus hung around some unsavory folk. There's no sense to save the righteous. Nah, just like I just watched so much anime growing up. Jesus was just kind of mad at me. My mom just couldn't figure out why. Kept seeing church. She's like, this man walked on water. But I'm like, Mom, Naruto ran on water, cloned himself, beat 5 dudes up for a scroll, went home, made ramen himself, no parents. Yes, that's canon. No, it's not canon. Jesus. You can find Naruto doing that shit on YouTube. Jesus was a carpenter. You can't find Nan one of his chairs or tables. Lets me know the quality of his work.
Oh my God.
He can turn water into wine, but he can't help an IKEA employee out? Jesus was Jewish. He hung around a lot of tax collectors.
Eye contact.
Speaking of, I think we're all wrong when it comes to life after death. Like, even though I have a different ideology, like I said, a reason why I think we're all wrong is because we might be. There's a possibility. Religion at the day is just a belief, and we're just on a floating blue rock in infinite space. Okay? So my biggest fear is, like, when I pass on to the afterlife, some dude in the chair rips off his black mask and his Kanye says, I told you who I thought I was! Nigga, that scares me. Like, because he was right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was right. He's like, what if I said I was a nigga? You kind of sound like one kind, man. I'm not gonna front. You setting this back for 100 years. This slavery ain't a choice. It's a fact. Alright, I should change the subject. So I was molested as a kid. Okay, got your attention. Alright. Yeah, I got so silent, like, y'all don't watch SVU. It's fine. No, I said that happened to me, I've learned to grow, and, you know, I've actually turned negatives into HPV positives. So, yeah, my community has poor health care. Yeah, so it's the world's a crazy place. Like I said, I cut down. I don't smoke weed a lot with white people anymore because weed is legal now. Yeah. Listen, niggas is tired of waiting for whites. That's wait, nah, that's how they got Emmett Till. I can't whistle for shit, so. That's right. Once I hear a whistle, I think burning crosses, and I become a track star. I work in nursing, and I have a lot of dementia residents, but I also have a lot of residents that were born before Jim Crow, and our conversations are always interesting. All right, so one of my residents, who's clearly 90 years old, he was like, hey man, what are you? And I'm like, shut up. He was like, Black History Month is over. That does not mean you can interrupt us. I see a Black History Month. I seen a black president and 3 Spider-Man. I could give a damn if you like me. Let me get my jokes off. I can see why they had segregation. We can tell what the real problem is. That joke is called, that's why I don't do elevators. White bitches be making me want to hide my purse. It's funny how they're more the terrorist threat than I am, and I'm the Muslim. Isn't it's crazy. I'm on the and he's like, yo, look out for the Kennings. I'm like, the Kennings, that's a new sect of Al Qaeda or something like that. And he's like, world is watching. The world is fucking watching. My Uber driver this evening, he's from Palestine, man, and I got twins on the way and stuff like that. I said that like it's a new album, like. That's right. That shit dropped this summer. The calm before the storm. Twins. This is the deluxe version out. This bitch. 2 CDs. And then he was like, yeah, man, there's a key to having, there's always been theories and like you can find ways to make yourself have boys and girls and whatnot, but it's always brown parents that are clearly first generation immigrants. So I got the crazy stories because they might sound true. Like most of my friends are either first generation immigrants or second generation immigrants. So all my friends' parents had accents. Also, most of my friends had weird natural remedies. Like he was like, yeah, if you have girl, that means your sperm is weak. And he's pretty much like, that's his way of saying you a bitch. If you have kids, I'm like, my twin got 2 girls, and he was like, the twin's a bitch. And I'm like, this is why Israel been doing that shit to y'all. This is why you get 5 stars and not a tip. I also didn't know how much I had in my bank account, so. But yeah, he was like, yeah, man. He said, my friend, he had 3 girls, man, and he wanted a boy. He said he went to his doctor. He said he paid him $500. He said, I'm gonna teach you how to get boys. And I'm like, I hope this doesn't involve Chris Hansen. Have a seat, buddy. And I'm like, oh shit. That was my best impression, like Middle East Chris Hansen. All my versions of Middle Eastern either have like a body at the end, and that just means that I'm racist. Know thyself. So he was like, yeah, man. He said he paid him $500. He said he ate real good food. He ate like lentil and split pea soup, and I'm like, y'all okay over there? Also, like, I know, like I said, I listen to BBC News and NPR, but I also be smoking too. I be missing a lot of shit. Y'all good food ration over there? I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, maybe I'm more ignorant than, you know what I'm saying, than I appear to be. I don't know. He said after that, he said he had 2 boys, straight up. And I'm like, straight up? He said lentil soup and split pea soup. $500? I can just adopt a little nigga. I want that one right there. Adoption works, I'm adopted. Like, it's insane. People keep, like, I said, everyone's adoption story is different. You know what I'm saying? I said, in my situation, I was lucky enough to be at least kept with my brothers and have a loving family. But because I look like this and I sound like this, people think I was raised by white people. This is not the case. I'm just that fucking, articulate, son. I don't, like, every time I pull up to a job interview, they feel catfished. As I grew up speaking a couple languages growing up, but my default voice is just C-3PO. Like, every time I hung out with my friends, it was like Peter Parker hangs out with the Wu-Tang Clan. So I know y'all all repping the city, but Pete, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just one of those things, man. I said, it's the world's craziness. It's my job as a comedian. I just observe stuff and I spit it back at you guys. And they said, maybe you guys may not get this shit. Like, I thought I was an ugly kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's how I perceived I was an ugly kid. It's not because my mom was always mad at me because I look like my dad. She was. It's not because a lot of people called me ugly growing up. They did. I felt ugly because there was 2 live pedophiles down the street, and one of them tried to fuck me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, you know how ugly you are to tease pedophiles and lose? Like, I gotta be cute. Y'all don't want none of this before I hit my growth spurt? Or like, I just need some validation. Like, listen, I'm just glad I didn't peak in high school. All right, that would have been the what J. Cole said. You came a long way, but you went the wrong way. That's right. The wrong way was Fred's house. That's. I don't watch SVU. I can only watch so much rape. That's the joke. Like, I can 20 years of rape. That sounds like a choice. All right, I'm sounding like Kanye. I'm sorry. That joke was executive produced by Dick Wolf. You guys are mad because I said a rape joke. You know who's also mad? People that get raped. Pick your fucking battles. Fine with me getting molested and teasing, pedophiles the wrong way, but God forbid I say some shit about a fictional character on NBC, you clench your buttholes like that rape victim on NBC. Relax. I'm nearsighted and I don't got my glasses. Are the kids still in here? Listen. The shit I say on stage has nothing on the fact that once they find out how they got here to become alive, because if mom fire pussy. Nigga, like. Like, hi, Jesus should be an anime character, but mom, you were busting pussy open? What? I don't have that issue. A virgin adopted me. I got a real life Mary in my midst. I think that the miracle is that Joseph believed Mary. All men can attest here. Any 14-year-old girl saying that she's carrying God's baby deserves to not be 6 feet within my vicinity. I'm not fucking dealing with that shit. And then, what? No, yeah. Mary was at least 14 years old. Why did God have to make her that thick? There was no. Mary's like, Joseph, I'm pregnant. He was like, bitch, I'm 40. What is going on here? You know how hard it is to discipline a kid who can moonwalk on his bathwater? Started a gang called the Disciples. Now they run out of Chicago now. Like, I think the current leader is Lil Durk. I don't. The blacks get that one. One guy. One white guy. I don't. That's like my knowledge of white gangsters go like Childish Gambino and and Stanley Ipkiss as the Mask in 1994. That Tommy guy. Like, best piece of cinema. I have a series on my Facebook page, Sean Mercurial. It's called Lyrics That Resonate With Me. And I consume all different types of music. But the hip hop community, their lyrics, they either resonate with me, they give me major anxiety, or they make me think a lot. Lil Wayne falls heavily under all these three categories. Lil Wayne is just like any other comedian, except he just puts shit on a beat and he lives in Florida. So like I said, like Lil Wayne just says stuff and it hits my soul. And like he's on this song with YG called Miss My Dog, since YG had a friend named Sum 400 that was murdered not too long ago, and he made a tribute song for him. And the thing about Lil Wayne is no one stops Lil Wayne from saying whatever the fuck he wants on any song. This song could be about anything, and Lil Wayne will literally make 4 bars about the word anything. And so the song was beautiful, it was melodic, it was a really beautiful song. He was like, dog food, I've been eating pussy like dog food. Yeah. I was like, hold up, wait a minute, because years ago you said you wake up early in the morning, you eat the pussy like cold pizza. And Wayne, I'm confused because I'll be 30 in July. I've been eating pussy like it's pussy. Like, I you know what I'm saying? I broke my tooth, and that's where I store the clip. I turned my bone deficiency into a sex toy, Wayne. What do you got me out here doing? Either you're wrong or this bitch lying. Like, oh my goodness! I need a recommendation for heaven. I offended everybody. God, Satan, and Spawn. I said I don't have problems with anyone. I think you should believe in whatever you believe in. Just don't be a dickhead. And with that being said, I don't like it when fat black people say Black Lives Matter. Tell your weight. Relax. I used to be 275 pounds. It starts with you. Okay? It starts with us. Okay? No, if your Black life really matters, why don't you go and march then, bitch? All right. I hate that shit. Why do I gotta sweat? Because cops don't know how to act. All right. So yeah, vagina's cool. You know, I just. No, it is cool. It's the vagina gave me asthma. Oh, thanks. I died damn near. You guys, ha! All right. We know where you stand, where my life matters at. All right. Nah, girls sat on my face, and I found it fantastic. But then I remembered that I need oxygen to breathe. So I tapped her in the thigh. I'm like, hey, miss, I can't breathe. And she looked at me in the depths of my soul, pulled my glasses on, and said, I don't care, proceeded to ride. And I realized that there. One, I should never talk with my mouth full of pie because I screwed my mama raised me better than that. And two, worst ways to die. Worst ways to die. You could die being Jeffrey Epstein. You know what I'm saying? Like, way better. Worst ways to die. But before I go, it's a final joke. Thank you guys for letting me talk my shit in a religious establishment that does not match my ideology. America. We didn't have a choice. That's a fact. So a couple more jokes before I go. They're taking black hostages now. There was yeah. It surprised me too, niggas. They are taking us. Apparently, when you have the whole world march screaming Black Lives Matter, the world takes notice. I'm not saying that our lives don't matter. I just wish we were humbly 4/5 a person so we don't be hostages. Hostages have value. You don't matter, you don't have value. We will just matter with a fraction or a remainder. I don't have great math jokes at an IEP. I do feel like energy can't be destroyed nor created, so therefore it must be transferred. Basic science, basis for damn near every afterlife belief in every philosophy or every religion, right? My thing is, if I were to be turned into something, I want to be a white woman in my next life. You bitches get away with everything. My next life, I want to be Casey Anthony. Fuck them kids. I thought we were pro-choice. You're by your choice, okay? She was pro-choice too, just at the wrong state of that child's life. All right, you can find me on Facebook and Spotify under Sean Mercurial. That's MERCURIAL. You can also catch me in your local neighborhood convincing crackheads become the Flash. They're already halfway there. They're running around on speed, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm Shaquem. Thank you so much. You guys have a good night.
You've been working on that for a while? Oh, yeah. It showed.
Drive away in my getaway car. Push in my lane, yeah, I'm going